No port day today, Robert.
Nope, all the port days are done now.
But we have an amazing 2 days left to just chill out on the open sea.
I got what you want. Honey, I got what you need. Honey, I got what you want.
Hi, we are Rob and Ali, sharing with you our passion of all things cruise and travel.
We are on our way back to Sydney. We've got 2 full sea days to enjoy all the activities and everything that this absolutely fantastic ship has to offer.
It's amazing. And after all the adventures that we have had in New Zealand, what a fabulous holiday it was, it is not over yet.
No, absolutely not.
We are going to we're just going to lie back, chill out. There's plenty of activities on. The beauty of the activities on board this ship is they tend to be quite short, which is great. They just kind of start them up round the pool or whatever. So you don't have to get fussy and get dressed and go inside to do pub quizzes and things like that. And even when they do have the inside quizzes, they're kind of really short, half an hour, in, out, and back to doing what you're doing. I really like that, and there's just kind of one after the other. It's really
there's never a shortage of things to do. And because we're heading back to Sydney and we've come round the north side of New Zealand, the weather is getting better, so we can sit outside again.
Yeah, although you can see quite a few clouds. It might rain a little bit later on, but it is really warm out here.
It is warm.
And I think time for a nice, brisk walk around the deck before we go for breakfast. What do you think?
Yes, sounds like a plan, I think.
Didn't look convinced, did he? We love this walking track on deck 15. It is open to the sky, uninterrupted views right round. It has little inclines, bigger inclines, weaves its way across the ship and then back again in kind of a figure 8. There are art installations everywhere. So even where these are kind of the, like what you call room dividers, I guess, to section off areas of the ship, there's just things to look at. If you ever tire of looking out to sea or to see what land there is, it is just a great way to get the heart beating and get some fresh air. Fabulous.
We've got the horsey, the bronze horsey in the background. Well, I don't need to point it out, you can see it. And then above the magic carpet back in its usual place when it's at sea on deck 16.
But there's plenty to look at.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We just have a nice little talk as we're going around as well. It's well used.
It is well used.
Walking track, yeah.
It's more like a march than a walk.
It is, but as you get closer to the pool area and they've got the music on, of course, you have to dance. It's compulsory.
Oh, I can hear the aqua aerobics going on. There we go, aqua aerobics going on in the pool right now. At the bakery, the chefs are loading all the delicious looking cakes ready for the lunch. These look absolutely amazing. So they've not been cut into yet. They'll be a bit messy later on when they've been cut into, but right now this looks fantastic. Fabulous display. All these different cakes. There's a great selection of ice creams here, all out for display. These are all included in the fare, and there is a chocolate vegan ice cream as well. At the back they have some strawberry and chocolate soft serve.
You can also add any of your favourite toppings, chocolate sauce, strawberry and caramel, and then all the little bits, all the little toppings to go on top.
Marshmallows, chocolate, white chocolate, coconuts.
And if that's not enough, then you can pick up your favourite cookies at the end and make what I
didn't see the cookies.
Oh, do you know my favourite used to be a cookie and ice cream sandwich. I don't know whether anybody's ever done that, but you get your 2 cookies, you sandwich your favourite ice cream in the middle. I used to love that.
Aqua aerobics going on in the pool. There's not too many people joining in today. Sometimes there's a lot more, sometimes it's full. Perhaps it's because it's getting to the end of the cruise. Everybody's full of food. The clouds have cleared up. Matt's playing guitar, serenading us. Sun's out by the pool. I think we'll be all right here for a couple of hours. We'll just chill out, listening to some music.
What I love about the music around this outdoor pool area is the level of the sound. It's just perfect. So it's not too loud that it interferes with you talking with each other. I could talk to people a few beds down and it would still be kind of comfortable talking level, but it's loud enough that you can have a dance, do aqua aerobics. Sometimes on some of the cruise ships it's been absolutely blaring, blasting out. You can't read a book, you can't look at your phone messages because it's just in your brain, isn't it? So they've definitely got it right here.
Matt's finished and it's time for more pool games, but they didn't actually get enough people signing up to do the pool games, so instead they've improvised and they're doing a type of basketball or gridiron type game where you've got to get the ball through a hoop. Okay, let's have a look at what we've got on in the spa cafe for lunch today. We've got the salads, these here. These are called salads, tuna salads, salmon salad, chicken salad, some noodles, some pesto, vegetable wrap and some fruit.
I got salmon pate with some these little tiny mini,
These out of the way.
they're like little mini French sticks. Oh, they're lovely.
Oh, I thought they were breadsticks.
Well, they are breadsticks, but they're like a little mini.
Are they soft inside then, or are they hard? Oh yeah, they are soft. They're like the bread,
they're soft like bread. Is there not like a...
Lovely.
Oh, it's got tomato in that one.
Oh, I might get some of those myself now soon.
Some dried tomato, so I'll have that with the pate.
What else?
Then I got a beetroot and pine nut spinach salad. It's... Isn't it funny how something just so simple, but it's just got a little bit of olive oil and a little bit of lemon on it. It's absolutely delicious. And I can see what you've got, but honestly, I went on that bar and I was just like, I could just have one of those, one of those, one of those, one of
I don't think there's
those.
anything to stop you. They're just all laid out there.
I know, there is nothing to stop me whatsoever. Yeah, I'm just going to nibble my way through that. I think sometimes I get a little bit kind of over-faced in the buffet at lunchtime, and I'm like a deer in headlights where I just go, it's just so much food. And then in the end, I kind of almost, I just don't know what to eat, and I get, but here, when it's just nicely laid out in small little portions like this for lunch, especially when you've had a good breakfast, it's delightful. Let's see what you've got.
I also went for the salmon salad, and just to give you an idea, it is a bit like a pate, I must admit. It's got different things, and I'm not sure what this is. I think this has got some onion in there, salmon and onion. And this is a kale pesto with some pasta and tomato.
The Marks and Spencer's used to do, I don't know whether they still do, they used to do something like this, which is like a pesto with the pasta, and you just have it cold. Sometimes they would flake through salmon or tuna. I used to have that for my lunch, like quite regularly.
Now the juices you pay for if you're on a classic package, but you don't. They're included on the premium drinks package, but they also have a machine where you can get, this is lemonade, they have apple juice and orange juice and iced tea. So, and they're included, they're complimentary for everybody whether you've got a package or not.
What's the lemonade then like with
It's
flat?
not lemonade, it's, so it's not fizzy, it's flat, but it is lemon. Yeah, it's a lemon drink.
Is it sweet like cordial?
Not really, it's nice, I quite like it actually.
Robert's made me stand here for 10 minutes holding this pose because I insisted that he took footage of this. 1, 2, 3, one on each one. Ali wins, by the way, I'm red. In case you didn't realise, I'm red.
They've got these pool games out on the deck here, so you can just join them. This has got a name, and I can't remember what it is.
It's just something like ladders. Or...
Ladders, that's it, ladders is what it's called. And I'll show you how you play that in a minute. And they've also got the beanbag toss as well.
Says the guy who only got one on.
All right, Al's going to show you how to play this.
Of course, I won't get any on now. I won't get a single one on. Here you go.
Oh. Okay, you take the red ones, I'll take the blue ones.
Yeah, you try your best. As soon as I confess, nobody is gonna listen to you. Nobody is gonna
Careful.
love you, baby.
You got one on.
No, you might think you're cool.
Oh.
One. Boom.
Boo.
Too short.
I don't love you.
Oh, come on.
Put a bit of back into it. Whoa, hey, you got one.
Okay, round 2 for Al. First one in, well done.
Because the higher up, the harder.
Is that the way it goes?
Yeah.
2 out of 2. Whoa, too far. We're gonna have to stop playing this. It is non-stop out here at the pool today. Matt's just been back on doing another stint with the guitar. He's great. Live music around the pool is always good. He's finished, and in a couple of minutes there'll be the music challenge. Getting ready for it now. You did this on the first day. Basically, you lie down by the pool. The DJ plays a song. If you know it, it's got the name of the song and the artist is. You put your hand up. They bring a mic round to you, and if you get it right, you win a life-changing prize. I think by now we know what life-changing prizes actually are. Anyway, we'll see. See if I'm right. My prediction is it's a pop socket. Oh, madness.
Magnus, Charles is Magnus.
No, it's Night Boat to Cairo. Night Boat to Cairo. Sarah! Sarah! Night Boat to Cairo.
Do that what we think.
Hey, what's a Cairo?
Can I like it?
Night boats to Cairo, Magnus.
Yes, midnight boat to Cairo.
I just got one right. I stole it. The lady got the name of the song wrong, but she got the artist right, and I knew the name of the artist when I heard it. Bruno Mars, Locked Out of Heaven, and I won life-changing prize of
My
a
ex-boyfriend.
pop socket. I was right. It started to cloud over outside, so looked like it might rain. So we decided to move into the solarium area so that we could be sure that we've got a bed in case it did rain, and everybody made a beeline for this place. It didn't, so we've had quite a relaxed afternoon in the solarium area.
It's beautiful. It's literally just a quick hop across. You really don't have to even get dressed or anything. We just grabbed the towels. I said, oh look, it looks like it's going to rain. And can be quite difficult to get beds in here sometimes when it gets busy and it's cold outside. So you just hopped across, but it's lovely, isn't it?
I'm looking at the screen here and I'm wondering how this is going to come out, because it's starting to go a little bit dark, and they've switched on all these lilac LED lights and things like that. And this looks like very pink and very... I'll be interested to see if this comes out. So if you look at this and you see it as a funny colour, it's because of the lighting in the solarium area.
This is a beautiful indoor area though for one of these places that has the indoor pools. There are lots of them on different ships. This is one of the nicer ones.
It's beautiful, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not as nice as Quantum, I have to say. Quantum actually takes #1 spot for indoor solariums with the multi-layer pool. But it is very beautiful in here as well. This is the yes/no game show.
Time starts in 3, 2, 1. Alan, you're from Saskatchewan, correct?
Not exactly.
1 second, there we go. So, not exactly, but Saskatchewan is next to Toronto, right?
Not exactly.
No, not exactly.
I'm absolutely sure.
Yes! It's always beaches!
Tonight down in the Grand Plaza you can have your photograph taken with the officers. There's a few of them hanging around. Actually, they're around in different parts of the ship as well. But down in the Grand Plaza, they've got a few of the officers down there. You can step up, get your photograph taken with them as a souvenir of your trip. Now, we toyed with the idea of going for specialty dining tonight. Then I looked at the menu and we're so excited. Lobster tail. It's got lobster tail, it's got roast lamb and beef Wellington. It's going to be a struggle working out what we're going to have. Well, the lobster tail, obviously. I think we might try and have the lobster tail for starter and then have one of the others as an entree. Oh. Piggy, piggy, piggy.
I was clapping. Can't clap and wave at the same time.
This is the maitre d' at front of house. And oh yes, he put on the extra special show and a bit of glitz at the front. Thank you. I'm glad you did that for me. Beautiful. Thank you. This is terrible, isn't it? Being filmed. Just don't breathe. We can edit if it ends up in his lap.
I am trusting that it will not be on my jacket. That looks beautiful. Thank you. Thank you
That's
so
wonderful.
much. Fantastic.
Thank you. The lobster tail is actually a main course. It comes with pilau rice and broccoli and just some very simple butter, warmed butter over the top. I've just drizzled some lemon and olive oil on mine, and I'm going to tell you what it's like. So the waiter very kindly dressed it for us, took it out of the shell, and
Now this is the only item that I've seen on the menu this entire cruise where there has potentially been an additional cost. You don't pay for the lobster yourself, but if you want a second one, it's an additional $20.99.
it's delicious. They've just done the walkthrough for everybody to kind of clap and wave for the waiters and the chefs. So it's not so warm. It's only just barely warm out of the kitchen. But I imagine that's because they've just done that flyby and they don't want to overcook it.
What do you get for your main now?
Oh. I'm sorry to say I did get salmon yet again. I'm actually going to starting to turn pink, am I? It is, for me, it's the nicest thing on the menu. They do have other fish, but when they do the other fish, so they've got cod, they've had hake, they've had halibut, I think, so they've had a lot of fish. I love fish. But to me, this is going to sound strange, but to me, fish and tomato should never meet. They just don't go together at all. It's like kind of something, I always remember it was something that my mum used to make, was things like baked fish with tomatoes and peppers and things. And most of what they do with the fish, if it's not in a creamy sauce, it's done that way. It's just not my favourite. And by the time I kind of say, don't put it with that sauce or whatever, you've kind of wrecked the dish completely. So I'm happy sticking with this. We get different seasoned vegetables each evening. Nice temperature tonight and always beautifully cooked. So I'm happy.
I almost burned my hands on the plate when you came. So I've got a slow roasted leg of lamb. Quite rare, which is the way I like it.
Even though it's slow roasted?
Oh yeah, you can slow roast something and have it rare. Absolutely. Yeah. And some potato. That looks, I don't know, it looks a bit dry. Not as dry as I thought, but it is a little bit dry. But the lamb looks absolutely beautiful, and this dew that's in, rosemary dew.
Oh, is it rosemary? I was going to say, where's the mint or where's the rosemary? So
it's very strong. That is beautiful. I'm going to enjoy this, and it's piping hot. Yeah.
The choice for tonight's dessert centred around ice creams. And so the waitress said to me, I didn't even ask, but she said to me, would Madam like some fresh fruits instead? And I said that would be lovely. So she's brought me a selection of fresh fruits. I have to say, it was beautifully presented. A choice of every fresh fruit you could possibly wish for. Must all be kept on ice because it's absolutely ice cold, delicious.
Our cruise would not be a cruise without the old traditional baked Alaska. So although it's not necessarily my favourite, it's sort of when in Rome type thing. So
do you want to explain what a baked Alaska is?
Yes,
then?
A baked Alaska is a sponge with ice cream and meringue over the top of it. It's sometimes it comes out as a great big. They used to do a baked Alaska parade, and the baked Alaska on the final days of the cruise would get paraded around the atrium of the ships with the chefs as sort of like a bit of a celebration. The baked Alaska parade. That seems to have died off a bit these days. In fact, I can't remember the last time I saw a baked Alaska parade. But they still do the baked Alaska at the end of the cruise, and here it is. Oh my goodness, that's very hard. Oh.
Neapolitan.
I'm not sure whether the Neapolitan ice cream is traditional with the baked Alaska. I think it's just ice cream, so it can be any ice cream. But they happen to have used the Neapolitan. There we go. So like ice cream, sponge over the top, soft meringue over the top of it. Baked Alaska.
Is it a good one?
I can't really compare because, as I said, it's not something I usually eat, but I feel like it's nice because it's sort of traditional. But yes, nothing wrong with it. It's ice cream, it's sponge, it's meringue, and it tastes very nice. The ice cream is very hard though. It is extremely busy down here in the Grand Plaza this evening. Everybody's eagerly awaiting the arrival of Tenori. They're doing a pop-up show here in the Grand Plaza this evening. Dominic's here already, Bradley's here. So I'm thinking that they're not too far away.
We really want to say thank you for being so generous and kind and telling us how incredibly talented we are. We appreciate it. Thank you to all those people who have bought us beers and single malt whiskies. And it's very kind of you as well. We would love you to sing along with this next song. I just can't wait to get on the road again. But like I love making music with my friends. Oh, I can't wait to get on the road again. Okay, we want all the Aussies to sing along to this one. You know the words. And if you don't have a good heart, look at yourself. I've been to cities that never goes down. I mean, from New York to Rio and old London town. I will walk 500 miles and I will walk 500 more. Just to be the man who walks 1,000 miles and all around that shore.
Well then, what do you think of that?
That was an absolute treat tonight. So Dominic, the cruise director, arranged that after the Three Tenors was so popular the other night. And because they're on the passage all the way back from New Zealand back to Australia, which is their home, he asked them to do that extra performance that was it was impromptu. Absolutely fabulous. As you could see, every level was packed and people were joining in and clapping. Wonderful. While I'm just saying about this though, I just wanted to say about both of us have found that Dominic, the cruise director, he has been amazing. He gets from every venue, all day, all night, he seems to be there for each of the activities. So if he's not there for the whole activity, he goes off to another one. Fabulous, fabulous cruise director. Really good. Well, it's a bit of a hard act to follow, isn't it? Having the Three Tenors and then going to karaoke. Kind of slight difference, but just as much fun. Yeah, we went off to karaoke. We obviously don't join in because we can't sing a note, but we're always happy to cheer other people
I can
along.
sing, I just choose not to.
Oh yeah. So we're happy to cheer other people on. Yeah, people were in there giving it loads on the stage. It's a little bit more confronting, I think, in that club because it's so open.
It is.
So people doing karaoke, they're pretty much kind of centre stage, aren't they?
Yeah.
So that was a bit of
fair
fun.
play to anybody who gets
Yeah.
this karaoke. When I said I can sing, I can't sing a note. But I do have a lot of respect for anybody who's prepared to stand up, put themselves out there. Whether they can sing or not, it doesn't really matter. They're prepared to stand up in front of people and put themselves on stage. A lot of respect for them.
So then we went off to the Eden Bar, but before we went there, we stopped off at the is that the fourth floor? Fourth floor there on the little balcony above the Grand Plaza here, just to hear what the music was like because they said it was going to be Beatles night. It's not particularly my favourite. So we stopped up
Your
there.
favourite? How can you not like the Beatles from where you come from?
It's not my favourite
dear
at
me.
all. So we sat for a drink up there and waited just to see what it was going to be like. Anyway, while we were waiting, the waiter said to us, "Have you been married today?" Because we're obviously both up in white. I guess we do look like something off the top of a Christmas tree, something off the top of a wedding cake.
Christmas tree.
I think that's why I feel like a snowman. Too much food. And you with your carrot nose.
We've been sat out in the sun again. So I put sunscreen on, and it's still good. Doesn't matter. I could put a paper bag over my head, and the sun would still burn me. Seriously.
Anyway, so then we went over to the Eden Bar. They were having a set which was the 70s music with the live band there. That was pumping. It's so strange in there because some nights it's just everybody in a row just listening to kind of the instrumental music, like a real jazz bar.
I love that band.
Tonight, yeah, the band were rocking. They were giving it all the 70s. Our favourite violinist
I was going to say, I love the way they put that together. You know, the vocalist, she's great. She's got great singing voice. The violinist is just like, I love
bloke,
it.
the guitarist,
And
he can sing every different pitch.
Oh yeah, I love the way they put that band together.
From Bee Gees right down to kind of country music. His vocals are excellent, and they have a lot of fun. And people were getting up and dancing tonight. So that was
First time I've ever seen it in Eden.
Yeah, that was really good fun.
We've been in Eden a few times. Never seen people dancing before. They usually just sit and watch.
And then we come back to our favourite bar to finish the night off with our favourite bartenders here at the Martini Bar.
That's right. And now it's time for us to. We want to be up early tomorrow. We want to make a full day of our last day at sea.
Right.
So we want to be up early in the morning. So we're going to call it.
I'm doing this because I'm kind of going maybe, but we'll try.
So
try. I know.
It's so comfy. Seriously, it's like.
Yeah.
And when you don't need to get up, it's very difficult. Sometimes you're like, I don't need to get up, but I will need to get up the day after because we're back at work.
Beds are super comfortable, and
anyway,
the climate control in the rooms is just perfect. And
anyway, there we go.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to wrap it up here. If you've liked this video, please hit like, please hit subscribe, and hit the notification button if you want to see more of our videos, which we hope you will.
More.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Good night from us.
Take care. Bye, everyone.
Bye. No land to look out this morning, Al. No land this morning, Al.
No, we are at sea. We are now. I can't remember what did we start with then? The lobster tail comes with pilau rice and some broccoli. Couldn't think of what it was then. Every day is like a wedding day for us, isn't it?
It is. It is. Where were you going with that?